With a lane now, my home second with a ring now. Legendary on the field, kind of drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill, ain't nothing just to heal. We just step on, spin move, in zone, scope. Scope for sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. We just step on, spin move, in zone, scope. Scope for sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Washington football team. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This will make it into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. "21 yards. Well done on the return." And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
The tackle made.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, McDonald. And he'll find Hall. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
To number 17,
Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And Washington has taken a first quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
21.
Now Mostert. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
Tackle made by Chase Young.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
The end result, 21 yards.
From the gun, it's McDonald. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Directly over him. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, McDonald. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's home. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now left side of a swing pass. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check, 21. Here we go. Go ahead.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Garoppolo. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
56. 56. I'm scared. 56.
Operating from the gun. McDonald escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. They'll try the left side. Gibson. And shoves him off at the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown.
Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here. An inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
What a breakout season Raheem Mostert had in 2019, and now he's got a chance to be the lead back for his team. In fact, he spent time in the offseason bulking up, trying to get stronger, to absorb the extra hits and be available for more snaps. He wants to be a guy who carries the ball from game 1 all the way through game 16 in the regular season.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Kendall Fuller.
That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
On second down, it's Coleman. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Coleman, the ball carrier.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The Niners on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4.
I got this. 11.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, they stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here we go. What do you need? Yeah. 47 miles.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. The 30. 20. 10. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Niners on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
No pain, no gain.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. A huge play there for Washington.
1st and goal.
So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35, 49ers 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face.
Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off by Troy Apke, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
They'll take over.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. On 1st down, McDonald. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
At their own.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Winds up and lets it go for...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. He's going to let it go again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
The first down pass. Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Eluding the pressure right. And his pass incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, McDonald.
He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
1st down, Washington.
Throwing on 1st down. McDonald dancing to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Washington.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Operating from the gun, McDonald. Got an open man, it's Foster. And they move this all the way down to the 9. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. From the gun, McDonald. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Well, the ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal.
Operating from the gun, McDonald. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1st and 10.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Here we go. Ready? Mark 47. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win. 1 Omaha.
To throw is Garoppolo.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
35-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive. And he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, but we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And this is...
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And finally, they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 25-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
First down, Washington.
Quick throw going to be caught by Foster. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
It's 2nd and inches at the Niners' 15-yard line.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. Ooh, with a juke. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Let's go, D. 56, the mock, boys. 56. Check 56. Blue down.
Here's McDonald to throw. Buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. He's going to be marked down very close to the first down marker, but it looks like he's a yard short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
56, man, 56. You're not ready.
And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line.
11.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back near his goal line. Here's Garoppolo. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? That's what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Gibson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Back at the 27.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, McDonald. On the crossing route, complete. It's Hall. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Washington.
McDonald. They'll give this to Antonio Gibson, complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
To throw on second down. McDonald. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Washington on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be third and forever. McDonald sets to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
4 yards on the pick.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And he is going to be taken down. They got him, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Brandon Ayuk, and that'll make it third down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Garoppolo now. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. That catch good for only a couple. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end Kittle. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30.
10. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And they'll indeed take a knee. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Tony Pollard, the ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Pollard, the ball carrier.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off down at the 10. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20.
Making it happy,
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, that's going to change the course of things. They had a good drive work and a chance to really open things up here in the first quarter. Instead, the defense, they got exactly what they needed.
Yeah, they certainly did, because making that type of a play gives them confidence moving forward, and maybe makes them a little more reticent on the offensive side of the ball.
Because if the touchdown had gone the other way, this thing could have started to get ugly early. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
52's the mark, boy. 52. Here we go.
On the draw, it's Pollard. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. From the gun, it's Rosen. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
To Adam
Thielen, 78 yards, and the Ravens have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These 2 teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your break.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
A 41-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Run for Pollard. And he's brought down.
The ball carrier.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Pollard, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Ravens have broken the tie. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
21-yard line.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. He completes it to Hunt. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He was tackled.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From the gun, Mayfield going deep downfield for Ross. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for John Ross that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, and you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now Rosen looking to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And the Ravens.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On first down, Pollard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
52 for Mike, boy, 52. I got one. Mike 52, Mike 52.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
3rd down.
Play action here with Rosen. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Pollard. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
The 2-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown.
Tony Pollard on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Ravens push further out in front.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make...
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Parkey's kick is good. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Rosen to throw on 3rd down. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Ravens send their punter out now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
That is on the 7-yard line.
Mayfield on play action. Rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 4 yards. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield completes this to Callaway over on the right side. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
The tackle by...
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up. 48, the mic. Hey, pick your game up. 48.
Here's Mayfield. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Now Hunt. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down, Hilliard. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Taken down.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
It's 3rd and 1.
Point it right.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception. His 3rd. Picked up by the rookie Jeremy Chin. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Reddick in on the tackle.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
Here's Rosen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Albert Okuebunam was the target there. 3rd down here. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Taking about 7 yards. And it's on EA Sports. First down, Mayfield. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Ravens' 11-yard line.
2nd and 5 now. Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. Here we go. The Browns will go for 2. Hunt going to run for it. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th.
25.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football. High percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
This defense really clamping down. Although they're losing the game still, this second half has been theirs.
And they're winning it. I almost equate it to being a boxer. And whenever you see a good fight, the guy who's on his toes and doing the punching, that's the guy who's winning. And that's the way they're going at it defensively now. Much more aggressive in their calls, much more aggressive in their pursuit.
16 yards, a first down. We know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Now they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Rosen will throw. And, oh, he
took that in one-handed. What a grab. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Alberto Cuebuna, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens will extend their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Mayfield down. He's going to air one out. That's caught at the 25. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 70 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's PHI, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Samaje PHI, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Browns have cut it back within a score. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. You tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the Browns' 46-yard line.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
1st down, Baltimore.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down. Pollard And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Here's Pollard again. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Brings up 3rd down.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Throwing now is Rosen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then in the end, he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
The ball carrier.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one a first down pickup of 8.
8-yard line.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd.
He's back to throw. That is into the hands of Packner. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. And Jennings has it. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
At the 50-yard line.
Second and 10. Mayfield now from the 50. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
John Ross, incomplete. Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Mayfield to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And a big turnover there as his... Conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their their side, go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 33. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost him. We could have a great finish.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick-6 makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
They run it again with Kamara. Oh, some strong running. A gain of 13. It's a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the gun, Mariota. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Saints on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Mariota. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin next drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. In his own end zone, it's Wentz. Deep ball for Goodwin. He's got a man, complete. And he will go out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. It's a big play there for the Saints. And even 70 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Touchdown.
Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Saints have retaken the lead. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Saints 31, Eagles 28.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Credit the tackle to DJ Swearinger.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On play action, Wentz. This ball complete to Rager. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Miles Sanders.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first. You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts
1st and 10.
as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
At the 19-yard line.
Well, they run the option on 2nd down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week in practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him. On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead. Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week. Well, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin. And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did. So for the Saints, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it's just their 3rd loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Philly. Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He finds his target, Fuller. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Running on first down, Eckler. Space to maneuver at the 40. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Austin Eckler. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, they had done a really nice job on him through 3 quarters plus, but you just had that feeling eventually he was going to get loose.
And this is why coaches always preach that it's a 4-quarter game, right? It gets trite for us. It gets trite for the fans. But this is exactly what they're talking about. What you did before was terrific, but will it stand up if you start giving up big plays as we saw there?
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And Hall not going to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. He finds an opening past the 40, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
I can't help but laugh, and the only reason is anytime the backup breaks a big one like that, he's going to be hard to deal with in film, wanting to know why he's not getting
where are my reps?
carries.
That's what he's thinking. Great carry there. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they miss that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they have to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
At the 37-yard line.
A big spot for the rookie Herbert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Chargers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third down and 12. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. They've got his man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That gain on third down, good for 28.
6-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by the rookie linebacker, Kenneth Murray. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, he's got him in the lead. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
It's a gain of
A big-time play there for the Falcons. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Operating from the gun. Eason. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Eason. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And it's 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down. Eason. A throw on the money there to Doolin. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it with Hines. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing
go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. They started on the ground with Eckler. They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Austin Eckler, the ball carrier.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts
Time on.
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now on is the punter long here as he sends this one away.
And it's fielded at the 34. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar
I was
situation.
going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A second down completion got them 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll find Hines out of the backfield.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
A gain of 20. First
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Casey Hayward. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee.
Today's final score, Chargers.
Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the 4th quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for the Chargers, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
up.